In the birthplace of civil rights movement, groups rally to defend Black political representation. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share Montgomery, Alaska. Thousands of people are rallying Saturday in the cradle of the modern civil rights movement to mobilize a new voting rights era as conservative states dismantle congressional districts that helped secure Black political representation. The bottom line is we are seeing a full-fledged, coordinated attack on Black political power that can actually reshape the entire political landscape, not just on the South, but throughout the nation, said LaTosha Brown, co-founder of Black Voters Matter. The rally will begin in Selma, where a violent clash between law enforcement and voting rights activists in 1965 galvanized support for passage of the Voting Rights Act. It will then move to the state capitol, where the Rev. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his "How Long, Not Long" speech that same year. "We're picking up where it was left because we still have unfinished business," Brown said. There will not be a new Jim Crow. A recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling involving Louisiana hollowed out voting rights law that was already weakened by a separate decision in 2013 and then narrowed further over the years. That helped clear the way for stricter voter ID laws, registration restrictions, and limits on early voting and polling place changes, including in states that once needed federal preclearance before they could change voting laws because of their historical discrimination against Black voters. Veterans of the civil rights movement are alarmed by the speed of the rollbacks, noting that protections won through generations of sacrifice have been weakened in little more than a decade. Reed Moorkirk Carrington, 75, was a teen in 1965 when law enforcement officers attacked marchers in Selma on what became known as Bloody Sunday. A white man on a horse wielding a stick chased Carrington through the streets. "It's really just appalling to me and all the young people that marched during the 60s, fought hard to get voting rights, equal rights and civil rights," Carrington said. "It's sad that it's continuing after 60+ odd years, that we are still fighting for the same thing we fought for back then." Montgomery is home to one of the congressional districts that is being altered in the wake of the Supreme Court ruling. A federal court in 2023 redrew Alabama's 2nd congressional district after ruling that the state intentionally diluted the voting power of Black residents, who make up about 27% of its population. The court said there should be a district where Black people are a majority or near majority and have an opportunity to elect their candidate of choice. But the Supreme Court cleared the way for a different map that could let the GOP reclaim the seat. While the matter remains under litigation, the state plans special primaries org. 11 under the new map. Democratic Rep. Montgomery figures, who won election in the district in 2024, said the dispute is not about him, but rather people's opportunity to have representation. When Republicans are literally turning back the clock on what representation, what the faces of representation look like, what the opportunities, legitimate opportunities for representation look like across this country, then I think it starts to resonate with people in a little bit of a different way, figures said. Alabama House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter, a Republican, said the Louisiana ruling provided an opportunity to revisit a map that was forced on the state by the federal court. People tend to forget what happened. When this thing went to court, the Republican Party had that seat, congressional seat too, Ledbetter said last week. There's been a push through the courts to try to overtake some of these red state seats, and that's certainly what happened in that one. Evan Milligan, the lead plaintiff in the Alabama redistricting case, said there is grief over the implosion of the Voting Rights Act, but it is crucial that people recommit to the fight. "We have to accept that this is the new reality, whether we like it or not," Milligan said. "We don't have to accept that this will be the reality for the next 10 years or 2 years or forever.